In this video, we shall delve deeply into 9 significant Indian fermented foods that are very well liked. You may not be familiar with these foods, especially the last one, even though you are from India. That's my favorite from the list. Due to the preference of our gut bacteria for fermented foods are highlighted in discussions on gut bacteria. Fermentation facilitates the good's easy breakdown. Improved absorption provides sustenance for the gut flora, which protects against long-term illnesses like obesity. 1. Docla. To make Docla, soak the rice and lentils, like chana dal. They are pounded into a batter and left to ferment for the entire night. The secret is the nocturnal fermentation process, which is vitally important for the microorganisms in your stomach. Fermenting the batter overnight aids in its rise during steaming. Fermenting the batter in Dhokla improves the availability of polyphenols. Strong antioxidants found in polyphenols, such as phenolic acid and flavonoids, will directly affect your gut microbiota. Homemade Docla, steamed 1 or 2 times a day, makes a great low-calorie snack. Docla is made of spongy material that resembles a trampoline park with a foam pit where friendly bacteria can play and jump. Docla proved to be so durable that the Statue of Unity could be built out of it. If you're already familiar with Docla, you can use small amounts of it as a snack. 2. Pickles. By employing vinegar or brine and anaerobic fermentation, pickling extends the shelf life of food. One of the short-chain fatty acids found in high concentrations in vinegar is acetate, which may have an impact on our gut flora. Store-bought pickles should be used with caution, as they are high in oil and salt. Because homemade pickles have a high salt content, you can adjust the oil, salt, and spices to your taste. The quantity needs to be taken with caution, particularly if you have high blood pressure. Simply put, what will you do with this pickle? Tell me in the space provided for comments. Do you know of any American pickles? What differences exist between Indian and American pickles? Which Indian pickle, if you're a big lover, is your favorite? Is it made by hand or not? 3. Kanji. Kanji is a fermented drink that people from Punjab, Uttar Pradesh, and Rajasthan would love to have during winters. Bacteria in the fermented food can actually survive the stomach acid and travel all the way into the intestine, growing our good gut bacteria. Some Americans keep themselves warm by drinking fermented grapes daily, also called as wine. And in summer, they chills out. Kanji is made from antioxidant-rich black carrot, beetroot, mustard, and black salt. The potent concoction preserved in jar and left to ferment in the sun for 2 to 3 days. Some people are allergic to some kind of fermentation from vegetables, but they are good with fruits like red grapes, white grapes, black grapes, alpine grapes, burgundy grapes instead of the ceramic jar. They should be made to stand out in the hot sun for 2 to 3 days to be fermented. 4. Endoripita. Endoripita is a variety of pancake made using fermented batter of ground rice and urad dal, extremely popular in the state of Odisha. Fermented foods can be easily digested because of partial protein digestion that happens during fermentation, which is also increasing the availability of antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals as well. Traditionally, it is steamed in wide-mouthed earthen pots. A frame made with twigs is placed inside the pot, above the level of the water, and the pitas are placed on top of this frame to be steamed. Prepared usually once a year during Prathamashtami, just before winter sets in. This is a ritual that celebrates the life and prosperity of firstborns in a family. Some celebrate for the life and prosperity by giving out lattice and gulab jamans. Let me know, have you ever tried Endoripita? 5. Hawaiija. After being soaked all night, the whole seeds are pressure cooked until they become tender. Tightly packed cooked soya is placed within a small bamboo basket with banana leaf lining and layers on the sides. After that, the basket is left outside to ferment. 4 to 5 days are needed for this process to be completed. This food's high protein content can be attributed to the Bacillus subtilis bacteria, which breaks down proteins during fermentation into smaller free amino acids. It tastes incredibly good. 6. Kaurisa bamboo species, known as Carissa, are native to Northeast Asia. Ripe bamboo shoots are used to build the traditional Assamese homes, even though they are edible. The outer fibrous layers of the young bamboo shoots are removed, and the creamy white inside is crushed and combined with Garcinia pedunculata. After that, it is firmly packed within pots or jars that have been sterilized and let to ferment for 5 to 10 days. The bacteria that naturally exist on raw food materials have been essential to food fermentation. Transferring the microbiome from previously fermented goods that are rich in beneficial bacteria is another way to accomplish it. Digestion will be aided by this fermented bamboo shoot dish, Kaurisa. Tell me, please, have you ever tasted Kaurisa? 7. Solkadi. A well-liked probiotic snack in India is called Solkadi. It is a specialty of Maharashtra and the Konkan area, which stretches from Goa. Raw coconuts are used to produce fresh coconut milk, which is then combined with Garcinia indica, popularly known as kum. You grind together garlic, cumin seeds, and other spices. This traditional drink's probiotic component helps to maintain digestive health. Although coconut milk contains healthy fats, you should exercise caution when consuming large amounts of it due to its high calorie content. Tell me if you are familiar with Solkadi. 8. Ambali. A traditional South Indian beverage called Ragi Ambali, also called Ragi Kanji, is produced from finger millet flour, or ragi. Because of its cooling qualities, it is consumed during the sweltering summer months. Made with buttermilk, finger millet flour, onion, curry leaves, and salt, it's a semi-liquid fermented broth. The mixture is allowed to ferment overnight. The probiotics included in Ragi Ambali may be advantageous for intestinal health. Finger millet is surpassed by finger chips. Some individuals view Ragi Kanji as food for the underprivileged. The assertion is flawed in 2 ways. First and foremost, everyone needs to realize that health is prosperity. Second, because Ragi Kanji is now served with onions, it is no longer inexpensive. Ragi Kanji is my favorite. I make an effort to include that in my diet whenever I can. Tell me if you've ever had this lovely dish before. 9. Dosa is the final fermented superfood, and my personal favorite. Similar to other fermented foods, dosa is abundant in probiotics and microorganisms that support healthy gut flora and facilitate digestion. In actuality, another fantastic source of probiotics is wheat dosa, which is made from fermented wheat batter. The issue these days is that, aside from germs, a lot of other ingredients are added to dosas. A lot of ghee, Oreo crackers, charcoal dosa, and rasagula dosa are being added. After cooking for so long, the ghee roast can be placed on a platter. And people pump so much oil into things like obesity, diabetes, and hypertension. The secret is to make your own dosas, use less oil, and make fewer dosas overall. Depending on the dosa's size, tell me how many you typically consume. In order to reduce the amount of dosas and enhance the amount of veggies, it is always a good idea to include a lot of vegetables and fiber along with the dosa. My favorite fermented foods are all of them. Tell me which one you have tried, which one you plan to attempt, and which recipe link video you plan to watch. In the end, any type of fermented meal will satisfy your gut. Remember that your long-term health depends critically on the ratio of healthy to bad gut microbe. Every small gut boost at a time counts. It will be quite significant in the long run. See you in the upcoming videos. Remember to like, subscribe, and share for more people to benefit from this sharing. Take care.